good things come to an end. The C8 Audi RS6 Performance is one of the last true Audis that still has lots of the automaker's DNA. The latest 4-ring models are unfortunately filled with screens on the inside, questionable designs on the outside, and electrification is here to stay, whether it is hybrid or fully electric. This C8 RS6, however, is the last one of its kind, the last fully petrol-powered Audi RS model. And what better way to say goodbye than to take it for a road trip up the Tatra Mountains with a smile from ear to ear. So, let us do this. Welcome to Auditography. I have been a photo and videographer for the brand for over 20 years. I am a collector of some very unique 4-ringed icons myself, and I have also made the viral movie Speak Up for Audi. That led me to even meet the CEO, and many people high up in the company are my friends. The 4 rings is my lifestyle. Join me here in this new emotional video. This is the last version of the C8 platform RS6, which debuted in 2019. It's the 4th generation of the model, and its 3 letters have a deeper meaning indeed. A model name that actually defines the whole brand. To a lot of people, including myself, there is nothing cooler than a fast and beefy family wagon that just does everything right. Everyone respects an RS6, whether you are a fan of the brand or not. We are just a few months away from the reveal of the brand new C9 Audi RS6. It will be the first hybrid RS6 in the history. So this is an end of an era. Since 2002, through all of its generations, the RS6 has been fully petrol-powered without any electrification. This ends here with the C8 Performance. And that is why this drive felt so special to me. The C8 Audi RS6 Performance is powered by the so famous twin-turbo V8 engine, which has the EA825 as an engine name. It delivers 630 horses and 850 Nm of torque. It is connected to an 8-speed Tiptronic transmission, and of course it comes with Audi's legendary Quattro permanent all-wheel drive system. It is a very potent and tunable engine that can withstand tuning to way over 1000 horses. And I have demonstrated that to you many times through the years on this channel. In its stock version, it needs around 3.3 to 3.5 seconds to hit 100 km per hour. And tops out at 305 when you opt for the Dynamic Plus package. In comparison to a normal RS6, it got larger turbochargers, reduced sound insulation, lighter center differential, and sharper transmission calibration. It has 4-wheel steering, adaptive air suspension, or dynamic ride control if you opt for one instead. The RS6 Performance weighs in on 2,260 kilos, which is actually way lighter than any hybrid car of today. And on this subject, we jump straight into the next chapter. When the C8 Audi RS6 came out in the end of 2019, it was an amazing and extremely aggressive looking car. But for any true Audi owner that came from the previous RS6 generations, and especially the C7, the C8 lacked that extra oomph that we were used to on every new RS6 generation. Yes, it handled great with its 4-wheel steering and adaptive air suspension, but it felt a bit underpowered compared to the competitors and lacked that aggressive exhaust note as well. When the performance version came out in 2023, it fixed a lot of those things. The 30 extra horses together with tweaks in the suspension and gearbox did its thing. It handles great in the curves and it hides its weight pretty darn well. It turns in where you want it to, and it's easy to throw out the rear during more aggressive driving. That Audi understeer is nowhere to be seen. It has an awesome launch control, and it does bring out smiles on your face. It is a car that does everything right and not much wrong. It's so much more fun to drive than, for example, Audi's first ever RS hybrid, the 2027 RS5 Avant, that actually weighs 100 kilos more than this RS6 right here, with almost identical power. But here in the RS6 there is no annoying electrification that disturbs you. Just pure driving performance. Sound-wise, despite the annoying soft limiter, the RS6 Performance sounds great. Not as good as a C7, but still good enough to make you smile. And surely so much better than any hybrid cars of today. The C8 generation Audi RS6 has always been counted as one of the best looking Audis ever. This one here is dressed in the Audi exclusive setup with Sapphire pearl effect paint with a stunning looking interior. It comes standard with massive 22-inch lightweight wheels, and you can also opt for some gigantic ceramic brakes. I have to say that I miss the classic brushed aluminum optics here on this car. The carbon is nice indeed, but for a dark colored car, it hides lots of the iconic details because of the lack of contrast. But I am so happy to see the proper 3D logos here on this car and not the new so disliked 2D ones. Proper full model definition badges in the front and rear are also amazing to see. It's a lovely reminder of how great Audi was until this era, cause we all know what happened in the last few years. The RS6 Performance is such a great looking car. It's very aggressive, but it still keeps so many of Audi's historic details. The head and taillights are still very unique and stand out even today, in a crazy and unpredictable automotive world. You can see from far, far away that it's an Audi that's incoming. The interior of the RS6 C8 Performance is a beautiful place to be. It's a billion times better than Audi's new interiors. And jumping into this car from the new RS5 made me so happy, and I exhaled of pure relief. I'm not going to yap about the negative parts of the new interiors. This is about the C8 RS6, so I want to praise it instead. Here I felt home again. It still has so many of those small details that are so important for the Audi driver and customer. It has, in my opinion, one of the best looking instrument clusters in the automotive history. Configurable with all the info that you need, yet very simple with so much Audi DNA. It's not fully perfect as it misses those small details such as a full model definition on a startup. It has that lovely gear shifter in the middle that is so easy to use. And you feel lots of quality as you keep your hand on it. Sure, I wish those piano black surfaces would be in some other materials. It's a shame that Audi doesn't offer that. The historic Quattro badge is right there proudly in the passenger seat. The AC controls don't come with proper physical buttons, and it's a shame. But it's made in such a smart way that the climate control screen is right there next to your hand on the gear shifter. So it never was a big issue. It was properly and ergonomically well designed. It would be so nice if the badging on the steering wheel and the seats would join the side list ones and show a full model definition. But it's really with the C8 generation that we really started to see those shortcuts and cost cuttings mentality, which later became a disaster. Therefore, the interior of the RS6 Performance still makes you feel like you are in an Audi. And that is a beautiful thing. Especially knowing what came after this, it makes you cherish those small details of quality even more. The Audi RS6 C8 Performance really marks an end of an era. This is it, my friends. We will never again see a pure internal combustion Audi RS model without any sort of electrification. It's scary, isn't it? That's why this drive felt special. I actually teared up a few times driving this RS6 in the curvy roads of the Tatra Mountains. The automakers can try all they want, but they will never going to be able to mimic the pure driving emotion of an internal combustion car. This is one heck of a car. Is it the best RS6 ever? In my opinion, that title goes to the C7.5 RS6, because that came from a time without any regulations or limitations. Having said that, the RS6 C8 is so much better than anything new out there on the roads today. Are you maybe waiting for the C9 RS6 to be released? Don't. Because it's not going to be a car that creates more emotions than this, and will be very similar to the new B10 RS5. Or before you want to spend around 110,000 euro for that new RS5 Avant, and be the cooler kid on the block, I want you to consider this. Check if your dealer has any RS6 C8 Performance left. Or maybe they have a slightly used one with hardly any mileage at all. Go jump into one. Go for a drive. And you will never, ever look back. Thank you for watching.